Go hard or go home. You are listening to Industrial Industries World Radio with your host, the ultimate party DJ, DJ Glowing Ice, for an episode of Industrial Industries World Radio. Show me what you got, DJ.
Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to this episode of Industrial Industries World Radio. It is episode 16, Sweet 16. I can tell you why it's Sweet 16, because we are going to do a deep dive into Reese's peanut butter cups. Reese's candy in general. We're going to take a look at the history, the legacy, and everything and anything you need to know about Reese's candy, Reese's peanut butter cups, all the variations, all the products out. And I also went to the store and grabbed as many different variations of Reese's candy that I could find. And I'll have Jimmy come by to help me figure out what is the best. You know, what is an S tier, what is an A tier, B tier, C tier, D tier, and what is just a complete failure and should be off the market. We'll be getting into that in the later part of the show. Now, to me, Reese's is the king of candy bars. It's funny because they're not even candy bars. Like, each normal package comes with 2 cups, basically. And these peanut butter cups, they're about 2 1/4 inches wide and about 1/2 inch deep. And they're resting in their own little thin brown wax paper sleeves. They're little cups. And then both of these cups, they're packaged in the signature orange color wrapper, and then it says Reese's in yellow across it. And man, you grow up and you try different candy bars, and that's a tough decision for a kid trying to pick their favorite candy bar. Because I started out with a Snickers. That was my favorite. Like, that was my first memory of eating any kind of candy bar, was a Snickers bar. And then I broke off and I got into Kit Kat, because Kit Kats were like, man, you get 4 of them in a package. Now, it was the same amount of chocolate and candy as a Snickers bar, but it just looked like you had more. I kind of like that. And then I got into York Peppermint Patties, and York Peppermint Patties, they're perfect. They're up there. But then a Reese's peanut butter cup got into my little hand, and it was destiny, you know? You can't escape it. You can't escape the Reese's peanut butter cup. I don't care who you are. And so then I took my flag and I planted it right in the center, saw some of the peanut butter goo up as I did it, and I planted my favorite candy flag right into the Reese's peanut butter cups. So there's a reason why it's my favorite, and it's also the #1 selling candy in the United States. Did you know that? Yeah. You got the milk chocolate, you've got the ribbed texture going around the cup itself, the unmistakable texture of that Reese's peanut butter inside, mixing with the Hershey's chocolate in every single bite. It's perfect. And so my love for Reese's peanut butter cups go way back. And so when Halloween comes around, I pride myself on being that cool house that actually gives out stuff that isn't crap. What I mean by that is Reese's peanut butter cups and Kit Kats. And I remember as a kid when I'd go trick-or-treating, you get a Reese's peanut butter cup in your bag. That was like the top tier. That was S tier kind of candy. That was above A. It was S tier, special tier. I don't know if you guys remember, you'd get these like wax paper wrappers. They'd be like orange or black completely. And there'd just be some butterscotch hardened blob inside. That was just, you'd throw that garbage away. You wouldn't even eat that. But yeah, Reese's peanut butter cups, oh yeah, that's in a league of its own. We're going to take a real deep dive into Reese's peanut butter cups. And it didn't come from nowhere, so it's got to originate from somewhere. So you go, it's probably piquing your curiosity too. Where did this come from? Where did the Reese's peanut butter cup come from? And so with that, we're going to go back and look at the history of the Reese's peanut butter cup. Who invented it? Where did it come from? and try all different kinds and types of Reese's candy that is available on the market today. We're going to talk about stuff that isn't on the market anymore, stuff that may be in different countries that you can't get here. I hope you guys enjoy this. I'm going to enjoy it. And right now, actually, I got a package of Reese's peanut butter cups, just your standard package. Looking at it now, it's as if the orange is just so bright, it's, glowing on my face right now. Alright guys, let's get into this and take a look at where Reese's all began, where it originated, and everything that led up to where it is today. But first, before we get into that, let's check out past, present, future.
Past, present, future.
Today is February 10th, and it's National Clean Out Your Computer Day. So celebrate by cleaning out your computer. I know, get all that history of you visiting those Bible verse websites out of there, right? Am I right? Yeah, that's right, I'm sure. In the past, on this day in 1940, the cartoon Tom and Jerry make their debut with Puss Gets the Boot. Presently, I Think Your Mom's Hot, with the cloudy skies and a high of 37 degrees in the Smalltown region. And in the future, in 2025, Norway plans to ban the sale of all diesel and petrol cars by this year. Petrol? Oh, I need a liter of petrol. February 10th is the 41st day of the year, and there are 325 days left for the year 2020. Celebrity birthdays. Original Metallica bassist Cliff Burton was born on this day in 1962. Actress Laura Dern is 53, and actress Emma Roberts is 29. And if it's your birthday today, I want to wish you a very, very happy birthday. Hopefully where you're at, it's a little bit warmer than here in the small town area, and go out and enjoy a sunshiny day. And this past, present, and future, it's brought to you by my latest album, Sunshine Fun Time by Glowing Ice. So enjoy a musical ride into the afterlife and back as you dance to industrial drum machines, poppy synthesizers, distorted guitars, and some witty tongue-in-cheek lyrics. It's Sunshine Fun Time by Glowing Ice, and it's available on Spotify, iTunes, and wherever else good music is sold and streamed.
Industrial Industries World Radio.
All right, so we're talking about the history of the Reese's Peanut Butter Cup and how it began, where did it come from, who made it, and so much more. But first, let's go into the rumblings, the very, very beginnings of the Peanut Butter Cup before Reese started working on his. So peanut butter started becoming a thing towards the late 1800s into 1900. It was a delicacy towards the higher class, the rich, and a lot of people used peanut butter in like little finger foods and stuff like that they'd have at tea parties and whatever else. Peanut butter was used for all different kinds of things, so people started really experimenting with peanut butter, seeing what they could do with it. And so the earliest mentionings of a peanut butter cup in general, before Reese's and everything else, was from a 1907 cookbook called The Ice Cream and Candy Maker's Factory Guide. And it mentioned a way to make peanut butter, but no chocolate was involved with this recipe. So from 1907 up until, I guess, the Reese's Peanut Butter Cup, there was no chocolate involved. They were just these little cups of peanut butter and sugar concoctions, basically. So that's just a history of the peanut butter cup and how it really kind of started. It was just an idea, basically. It was an afterthought. People really didn't, cling on to it. So Reese is regarded as the person who invented it, who pushed it along, because he's the one who made it popular, not these whatever concoctions from 1907 were. Because truthfully, I've never seen a peanut butter cup without chocolate. So let's get into the man who made peanut butter cups popular. His name was Harry Burnett Reese, and he was usually called H.B. Reese. He was born on a farm in York County, Pennsylvania on May 24th, 1879. He was the only child of his parents, and he spent most of his time being creative on how he could make money. Odd jobs, little things here and there. So he wound up farming land and milking cows. And he found out milking cows was a real faster way to make money, just right off the bat. So he got into that a lot. Then later on, he built a pond just to raise bullfrogs that he could sell to the local restaurants for cash too. A Reese's bullfrog sounds good right about now, huh? Harry growing up, doing these side jobs, he actually learned how to play French horn as well. By 1898, he was in a bunch of local bands in the area playing French horn. I also want to say it's around this time where he met his future wife, Blanche, and he wound up marrying Blanche August 1st, 1900, and altogether they wound up having 16 kids, 8 daughters and 8 sons. Sadly, 3 didn't make it to adulthood. Along with his huge family Reese started with his wife, he also had his mom and his mother's 2 sisters live with the family as well. So it's said that a typical Reese supper had 20 to 40 people at any given time every night, depending on relatives or friends being invited or what have you. 40 people! Blanche's father got Reese a job at his cannery business in Virginia managing the fishing operations in 1903. And after about a decade passes, in 1912, as his family grew, he took a job managing a dairy farm in Woodbine, Pennsylvania. 1915, Reese's family couldn't stop growing. So with that, he took a factory job in New Freedom, Pennsylvania to support all the mouths he had to feed. And then the next year in 1916, Reese was reading the York Daily Record, and he saw an ad placed by Milton Hershey, and he was looking to hire people to operate and manage his different dairy farms all across the area in Hershey, Pennsylvania. So Reese answered the call, and in 1917, he was hired by Hershey as a dairyman. A little over a year passes, and in 1918, Reese was doing so well working that Hershey asked him specifically to manage his new experimental farm, which was called the Round Barn. So the experimental thing about the Round Barn was that they used milking machines instead of milking by hand. Now, Hershey saw this dairy farm as a way to treat animals better, and it was a way to speed up milk production. But only a year later, in 1919, Hershey saw that running the Round Barn was too expensive, and it was shut down. And so it's 1919 now, and Reese is out of a job after the Round Barn closed its doors. So he said right then and there, it's time for me to go in the candy business on my own. I've seen how they run things here. I think I could do it. Yeah, I could do this. So Reese looked around for some space to start producing some candy, and he found an old canning factory in Hummelstown, Pennsylvania, and he turned it into what he called the R&R Candy Company. And at the R&R Candy Company, Reese manufactured chocolate-covered almonds and raisins to sell to stores in the area. In January of 1920, Reese realized he needed better equipment to make the candy, and he also wanted to change the name of his candy company to something that would sound more better, more high class. So he changed the candy company name from R&R Candy to the Superior Chocolate and Confectionery Company. And so his tactic to boost this company was to sell $290,000 worth of stock based on today's money of the company. He went around and he appointed about 4 people to run the company also. But by the end of 1920, the company failed. And Reese looked around. He saw the writing on the wall. He looked at his family, 10 kids, and his wife, with the 11th on the way, pregnant. And he wound up just taking on 3 regular jobs. These 3 jobs were him working at a paper mill, the other as a butcher, and the other canning vegetables. 1921 came, and Reese's father-in-law bought a house to support Reese and his ever-expanding family. This house wound up being in Hershey, Pennsylvania. So once again, Reese threw his hat back into the Hershey Company and started working for them again in the shipping department, in which he wound up being the foreman. And it was then around this time, while he was the foreman working at Hershey's, that he started making candy in the basement of this house. And he started making all kinds of candy, from hard candy to chocolate-covered things such as nuts, raisins, mints, and this is when he stumbled upon making candy bars, and he wound up making a couple that were surefire hits. He named these candy bars after his kids, and so one of the candy bars was called the Lizzie Bar, and it was named after his oldest daughter, Mary Elizabeth. And another one was called the Johnny Bar, which, yeah, you guessed it, it was named after his son, Johnny. Now here's a fun little fact. Johnny actually worked next to his father at the Hershey Company too in the shipping department. So just a little fun fact there. So what was in these candy bars exactly? What was a Lizzie bar? What was a Johnny bar? Well, both the Lizzie and Johnny bars had coconut, caramel, molasses, cocoa butter, and honey, all covered in milk chocolate. The only difference between the two was that the Johnny Bar had nuts. There's a joke in there somewhere, but we're not going to get into that. The Lizzie and Johnny Bars sold so well in 1921 and 1922 that Reese wound up quitting Hershey this time and went into the candy business for himself full-time. So, yeah, he's grabbing the brass ring and he's running with it now. 1923, finally, with some ducks in a row and some hits in the candy business with the Lizzie and Johnny Bar, he starts the H.B. Reese Candy Company. Now, when he started this company, there was no automation. He had people actually hand coat every single candy bar. And so he had his workers coat these on marble slabs, and he had all different varieties of candies he was making around this time. Some were covered in milk chocolate, some were covered in dark chocolate. So all of these candies were sold as an assortment all together in 2 or 5 pound bulk boxes to local stores. And then these local stores would sell these candies on consignment. It was also during this time Reese had the idea to have these displays up and actually have people that worked at the factory inside some of these department stores as a promotion thing. And they would be right in front of the public and people walking by, covering and making these candies fresh right there on the marble slabs, and be giving away these freshly made candies to the customers as samples to be like, hey, yeah, this is really good, you should buy some, yeah. 1926, Reese saw himself borrowing money from the bank to build a larger home for his family and also a new factory. Around 1928 came and Reese was playing with some peanut butter, trying to make it into some kind of candy, something to that effect, and he took some finely ground peanut paste and he mixed it with some powdered sugar, and he realized that helped the peanut butter melt in your mouth more than regular peanut butter. He was messing with all different kinds and ways and shapes that he could take peanut butter and dip it in chocolate, and he wound up just putting them in these cups. And so November 15th, 1928, that's when we saw the birth of the Reese's Peanut Butter Cup for the very first time, and then it was added to the assortment of candies that he was selling to these stores in 5 pound bulk boxes. By this time in 1928, HB and his wife Blanche had 16 kids. And so he went and he got a photo taken with his whole family, and he used that as an advertisement. So the picture was his family with his 16 kids and his wife, and it read with a text saying, 16 good reasons to buy Reese's. And so you're probably wondering, what was all the other candies in this assortment besides the peanut butter cup? Because we don't see any other kinds of Reese's candy besides peanut butter-oriented stuff. And yeah, we don't. And there's a reason for that, which we'll get into a little later. But back then, the various assortments included year-round things, and then during the holidays had special things. So the year-round candies that Reese had in his assortment was chocolate-coated buttercream, butterscotch, cream caramel, and marshmallow. And then during the holiday season, including all the year-round snacks, they also had chocolate jets, dates, coconut caramel, coconut cream, honeydew coconut, marshmallow nut, nougat, nutties, peanut butter cups, peanut clusters, peppermint cream, and raisin clusters. Now, like I said, all of these would be mixed together and sold as a 5-pound bulk box to be resold at different stores. And so 1929 comes and the economy is hit hard. Just everything's going bad because the Great Depression hit. And during these summer months in the 1930s, it was too hot to make chocolate at the time. So Reese operated a truck farm and had his workers pick green beans and other vegetables, and he set up a canning business to process all the produce grown at the local farms to make money and just keep things going along, because he had a wife and 16 kids and who knows else living at the house as well. So, you gotta keep moving, you can't sit down. But when the temperatures went back down and it was time to make candy again, he realized in the early 1930s that the peanut butter cups were the favorite candy out of the entire assortment. And these peanut butter cups at the time were called penny cups because they only cost 1 penny. Now, these Reese's peanut butter penny cups were the size of Reese's miniature cups that you could see today that are like wrapped in foil and red foil and green foil, especially during the holidays. So that's what penny cups were back in the day. By 1935, Reese started selling peanut butter cups as their own individual thing, and he was selling boxes containing 120 individually wrapped penny peanut butter cups. And just from selling penny cups alone, Reese was able to pay off his mortgages for the house and the factory that same year. So these were a hot ticket item. And printed on these boxes at the time had the slogan, "Made in Chocolate Town, so they must be good." It was promoting Hershey's chocolate because Reese bought chocolate from Hershey to make all his candy. So Milton Hershey, he saw Reese not as competition, but more as just a really good customer and a good friend. So there was never any bad blood where Hershey was like, "Oh, you're buying my chocolate to make your candy? Oh, no." No, it was a very mutual and actually friendly relationship between the two. World War II comes for the United States in 1941, and chocolate and sugar is rationed hard. But peanut butter, on the other hand, wasn't rationed. There was ample amounts of peanut butter. And to Reese's benefit, peanut butter cups were a hit, and it didn't take much chocolate to make peanut butter cups because it was more peanut butter than chocolate. So with that, Reese discontinued all of his other candy and just focused on merely making peanut butter cups from now on. Now, Hershey wasn't exactly in dire straits, but they were hurting a bit from the rationing of the war and all that. And Reese saw Hershey as a friend, and he still wanted to keep Hershey fresh in everybody's minds. And so with that, Reese printed all of the Reese's Peanut Butter Cups wrappers with the slogan, "Made in Chocolate Town, so they must be good," to promote Hershey's. In 1943, Reese released a larger 5-cent peanut butter cup, and he started automating production as well, which made sales double every 4 years. So now at this point, there were 3 sizes of peanut butter cups. There were the penny size, the 2-cent size, and now the 5-cent size. After the war, things just got better and better, and at the beginning of 1956, H.B. Reese started construction on a second factory, but while on vacation in West Palm Beach, Florida, he became ill and passed away from a heart attack on May 16th, 1956. Harry Burnett Reese was 76 years old. 1957, the second factory Reese set out to construct a year before was completed, with 100,000 square feet of state-of-the-art manufacturing technology, and it was $6.9 million to make by today's money. And at the time, Reese's Peanut Butter Cups sold $125 million by today's money. 1963, 7 years after H.B. Reese passed away, his sons Robert, John, Ed, Ralph, Harry, and Charles merged H.B. Reese with the Hershey Company in a stock-for-stock merger. which now these stocks represent 16 million shares in Hershey, which is worth over $2.5 billion that pay annually cash dividends of $49.4 million today. It was also in 1963 that the H.B. Reese Candy Company was celebrating its 40th year and added another factory that was twice as big as the last at 200,000 square feet. 6 years after the merger in 1969, Reese's Peanut Butter Cups become the best-selling candy from Hershey. 1973, the H.B. Reese Candy Company opens another 200,000 square foot factory to start making Kit Kat bars to sell in the United States, in which Kit Kat bars at the time originally came from the UK. Now, during the 70s and 80s, there were commercials run for Reese's Peanut Butter Cups where one person holding peanut butter and another person holding chocolate would crash into each other, and one would be like, "You got your peanut butter on my chocolate," and then the other one would cry, "You got your chocolate in my peanut butter," and then they'd try the mixture and be like, "Oh yeah, that's pretty good." And then the tagline around this time was, "Two great tastes that taste great together." In the 1990s commercials for Reese's Peanut Butter Cups, it would show people eating Reese's Peanut Butter Cups in all various kinds of ways. And their slogan then was, "There's no wrong way to eat a Reese's." That carried on till the mid-2000s until they changed their slogan to simply say, "Perfect." That carried all the way up until the late 2010s until Reese's changed their slogan to now what it is presently as "Not Sorry." As of 2017, Reese's has been the most popular candy in the US, 62% larger than any other brand of candy, and Reese's accounts for 42% of all seasonal candy sales from Valentine's Day hearts in January and February, Easter eggs, and larger Reese's peanut butter-filled bunnies called the Reester Bunny. These are available in March and April. We've got Halloween pumpkins and the more recently released Ghosts in September and October, and Christmas trees and a larger Reese's Snowman available in November and December. We also have some size variations of the Reese's Peanut Butter Cups to look at. We have the Reese's Minis where they're usually unwrapped, and you can find them in a Reese's snack mix or in a big bag by themselves. We have miniature Reese's Peanut Butter Cups that were called penny cups back in the day, and they usually come in that gold foil. There are the Reese's Thins, which is a more slimmer version, and it's half the height of a normal-sized peanut butter cup. We have the regular-sized peanut butter cups. Then after that, we've got the big cups, which are twice as tall as the regular peanut butter cup and just have a whole lot more peanut butter. There's the half-pound cup that was released in Canada in 2011. And then there's the world's largest Reese's Peanut Butter Cups, which is 2 half-pound cups in a package, and they're usually sold during the holiday season. Moving from the sizes, there's also a ton of limited edition releases, different coatings of the candies, fillings, and all that stuff to either promote something or celebrate something, what have you. So let's take a look at a few of those right now. There were things such as the crunchy version, which is just that. It was a crunchy peanut butter filling on the inside, and it was first introduced in the 1970s, which it's been discontinued and re-released over the years, and you could still possibly find this variation in certain special little markets. I can't find them anywhere, but maybe you could try your luck somewhere. We have the white chocolate peanut butter cup, and it's peanut butter filling with just a white chocolate cup, as you would think, and it was first available in the early 2000s, and it's still available to this day, but the name has just changed from white chocolate Reese's to white Reese's. We have the dark chocolate, which is peanut butter filling in a dark chocolate cup. It was first available in the early 2000s. There's the crunchy cookie variation that has little bits of chocolate cookie inside with the peanut butter filling. Now, there was a variation that was discontinued from 1997, but they still have them to this day, just a different way, different form. There was the fudge variation, which it had a thicker and darker chocolate cup with peanut butter filling, and it was available in 2004 but was discontinued very soon thereafter. Now there's a few fun facts going around the world, different countries and all that. In Canada, they're packaged as Reese peanut butter cups instead of Reese's peanut butter cups. But a lot of people in Canada still just call them Reese's. I mean, it's just a weird little variation. It's like, why? Why? Really? Come on. But that's just how it is. And in Japan, the poor Japanese, they had to wait 90 years for Reese's peanut butter cups to be available, like just in their store. The only way the Japanese could buy Reese's peanut butter cups in Japan was to go on a U.S. military base and buy them from there. Up until 2012, when Walmart started carrying them, under the basis that they exclude one preservative out of the Reese's peanut butter cups that is banned in Japan. So there's a slight variation between the Japanese Reese's peanut butter cup and a rest of the world Reese's peanut butter cup. So it's good to know they can be enjoyed all around the world now. So the legacy is that Reese's peanut butter cups are just top dog. They're the best candy in America, officially, you know? And it's spun off so many different variations of candy bars using Reese's peanut butter. And luckily for you, you're going to hear all about them. I'm going to have my friend Jimmy come over and we're going to test every single one that I could get my hands on and rank them. What's the best, what's the worst, what's right in the middle, and tell you a little bit about each candy bar. That will be coming up next, but first, let's take a look at the limited edition and discontinued Reese's peanut butter cup flavors in the 10 list.
The 10 list.
Welcome everybody to the 10 list, where we take a look at 10 things and we keep it as simple as that. And what are we looking at today? Well, we are looking at the Reese's Peanut Butter Cup, America's favorite candy, and we are looking at its discontinued flavors. So let's get to it. Number 10 on the list, we have the caramel Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. It was a traditional peanut butter cup with a layer of caramel filling below the peanut butter inside. It was first available in 2006 and discontinued shortly after. Number 9, the Crunchy Cookie Peanut Butter Cup. It was your standard Reese's peanut butter cup with peanut butter on the top layer inside, and on the bottom was crushed chocolate cookies. It was first available in 1997 and discontinued 2 years later in 1999. But since then, Reese's has made a different version of Crunchy Cookie, and it's back out onto the market today. Number 8, we have the Reese's Honey Roasted Peanut Butter Cups. It was your standard peanut butter cup, but with only honey roasted peanut butter instead. It was first available in the early 2000s, but it was brought back for a limited time in 2017 as the Taste of Georgia Honey Roasted Reese's. Number 7, we have the Extra Smooth and Creamy Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. It had a smoother chocolate and an even smoother peanut butter filling, and this was only available in the early 2000s. Number 6, we have the Reese's Inside Out. It was basically the opposite of what a traditional Reese's peanut butter cup was. Peanut butter on the outside, chocolate on the inside. But the peanut butter on the outside was a sugared candy style of peanut butter. Inside Out Reese's peanut butter cups were released in 2005 and then discontinued soon after. Number 5, we have the Hazelnut Cream. This Reese's cup had hazelnut cream instead of the standard peanut butter filling. They were only available in Canada, and they never had the wax paper wrappers attached to them, and they were only available in 2008. Number 4, we have the Reese's Double Crunch Peanut Butter Cups. It was your traditional peanut butter cup, but on the inside had the filling that a Snickers bar would. The Reese's Peanut Butter Double Crunch was only around towards the end of 2010 and never seen after that. Number 3 comes the chocolate and peanut butter lovers Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. Both were first available in the mid-2000s and then disappeared. The chocolate lovers had more of a chocolate and a thinner peanut butter filling, as the peanut butter lovers had the outer cup itself on top be a peanut butter sugar layer and a thin chocolate layer all around, and then just filled with peanut butter. Both of these flavors returned for a limited time in the summer of 2019. Number 2, Marshmallow Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. This was your standard peanut butter cup with, you guessed it, marshmallow filling on the bottom, which this flavor was only available in 2007. And at number 1, we have the peanut butter and banana cream Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. It had your standard milk chocolate on the outside, but on the inside it had a bottom banana cream layer and a peanut butter filling on top. It was a collector's edition released in tribute to Elvis Presley, in which his favorite food was a fried peanut butter and banana sandwich. This collector's and limited edition flavor came and left the building in 2007. And that is your 10 list of discontinued Reese's Peanut Butter Cup flavors. If you want more of the 10 list, just keep it locked right here on IIWR. Hi everybody, welcome to Activity Time. Say your name, bum.
I'm Jimmy the Bum.
What we're gonna do today is try all the different kinds of Reese's Peanut Butter Cups, candy bars, fun snacks. So, Jimmy, what's your relationship with Reese's like?
Well, as I was growing up as a child, all they really had at the time that I could remember is the standard Reese's Peanut Butter Cup and Reese's Pieces. And I think after that, they came out with, I want to say the Reese's Sticks. After that, it just kind of expanded from there. This is probably just a fraction of what's really out there, but...
So I drove around the Smalltown region, and I went through dollar stores. I went through convenience stores. I went through department stores and gathered up as much as I could find with the Reese's name on it. We're going to try it all now. And we're going to rank things from F being the lowest to S being the special. So S, A, B, C, D, and F. What do you think we're going to start with, Jimmy?
Do you already know the answer?
Yes.
Probably just the standard Reese's Peanut Butter Cup.
You are correct. For those of you listening, we just got everything set up looking very presentable, very nice. Okay, so this is the original Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. It was released November 15th, 1928, and it's milk chocolate and peanut butter filling.
They come in nice little trays.
Yeah, a little paper tray with two little peanut butter cups.
I'll pass one over.
Sure. Thank you. So,
is there a good old
nice little
discard pile?
Now you just throw it on the floor.
And in my experience eating these throughout my life, every once in a while you'll get a double wrapped one.
Have you ever seen? Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've come across those too. That's good luck. Nothing beats a Reese's, just a good old traditional. Now, these are 105 calories per cup. We're going to go through a whole lot, baby. All right, so next up, we got the dark chocolate Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. And this one was released in the early 2000s.
I'll open this one as well.
Yep.
Now, by the end of this, we could be throwing up.
There we go.
But it'll be the tastiest vomit ever.
Yeah, it'll be very chocolatey. It'll be Reese's vomit.
Yeah, so it's not the worst thing I've ever thrown up.
Well, the only thing I've eaten today was 3 eggs, and I had a triple cheeseburger from McDonald's.
Typical. I actually had the DJ special today. Me and my wife went to Fazoli's. And there are other ways you can eat these too. Like I used to stick my tongue through the middle and hollow it out. You ever do that?
No.
You want to try it?
But there's
just
no
stick
wrong
your tongue
way.
Straight through there.
Okay, yeah, why not? So this is the dark chocolate one. It's just slightly darker.
Oh.
It just broke it all.
It's all right. You get the gist
Oh,
of it.
these are all breaking apart. Okay, so
Yeah. Now, are we ranking these as we go? Because we kind of missed out on the first one.
what would you say? I think the original Reese's is S tier.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the
Couldn't
original.
agree more.
So original Reese's S tier.
Now, I'm going to go with this one. The dark chocolate and the peanut butter. I'm going to go with like a C. I'm not going to be all nice. This
Yeah.
one tasted kind of like ass.
As much as I do love dark chocolate,
It
the mix
over-
with the Reese's ain't good.
Overpowered it completely.
Yeah. Next up, we got the white Reese's. Now, these were originally called white chocolate Reese's, but they just cut out the chocolate part and just now they're white Reese's. These were released in early 2000s.
I'm going to show you that little tongue trick
there
I
we
do
go.
here.
There we go.
You got to hit it from the back.
All right. Okay.
This
all
one's
right.
hard too. I had to do it with the original. Anyway, just try it at home sometime.
Yeah. Now, the white chocolate Reese's also comes with the wax paper. I would think it's white because it would match with the outside, but this is just your standard. I don't like white chocolate, so
So that was a given that you probably wouldn't like this one. But
no, I was hoping the Reese's would win me over.
for me personally, I am a big fan of white chocolate. But this one just tastes kind of bland. Like, I don't even really taste the peanut butter. It could be because we're just coming right off the dark chocolate one. Like I said, we said we were going to sample these, but we've been smashing the whole thing. So definitely going to the gym tomorrow.
Next up, we've got the Reese's Peanut Butter Lovers. And Jimmy, if you could be so kind to grab that from the table here.
Peanut butter lovers. Let's see.
Yeah, it's one of the king-size ones up there. The Peanut Butter Lovers and the Chocolate Lovers, they are discontinued. So you could sell these on eBay now for like $12. But I bought these last year when they were available for a limited time, summer 2019.
And we're about a month away from expiration. So
Yeah, I
we're
saw
still
the-
in. We're still in.
Saw the expiration February 2020.
Peanut butter lovers. Now, I don't think we can handle smashing this whole pack, but I think I can handle a full cup.
Yeah, we'll just get one cup here. Okay, so here's the Peanut Butter Lovers.
Oh, this looks cool.
It's got a top peanut butter top here. Very thin chocolate all around and peanut butter all around and on the top. So it's basically hardly any chocolate in it.
This one's sticky. It's like eating peanut butter out of the jar.
It's not bad though, but what would you rate the white chocolate? Did we do that one?
I think I'm going to go ahead and give that one another C.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't terrible, but it just wasn't good.
I'd give that a D, actually.
Yeah. Because I do like white chocolate, but you don't, so I understand. Now this one, it's good. It's definitely peanut buttery. I'm going to go with an A, because it's not like blowing me out of the water here, but it's more like literally taking a spoonful of peanut butter out of the jar. Solid A, I would say.
I'm getting that too, because when you look at the top of it, you can see almost little grains in it, like it's actual peanuts grounded into it. And I could taste that too, so I give it an A too. So it's A tier.
Okay.
Now let's move on to the Chocolate Lovers version. So there's two versions, and this one was also released summer of 2019, like I said before, for a limited time, and it's now discontinued. And this one has a lot more chocolate to it, obviously, and a thinner peanut butter filling on the inside. Now, I've actually had these before, and if they're as good as I remember them, this is going to be S tier for me, but we'll see. Oh, and the Peanut Butter Lovers is 105 calories per cup, and this is 100 calories per cup. You know, there's a lot more peanut butter in here than you would think, though, for it being a Chocolate Lovers.
The chocolate's pretty solid.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I say solid as in it's literally, like, harder.
Yeah, on the top.
Mm-hmm. I would give that one a B.
Okay.
It's almost like eating, like it is. It's Chocolate Lovers. It's more chocolate than anything.
Yeah.
I couldn't even really taste the peanut butter in that one.
It doesn't taste like I remember either, so
What do you give it?
I give it a B too. So that's B
Okay.
tier. Peanut Butter Lovers wins overall. And we are moving on now with the Reese's Peanut Butter Cup with Pieces. And so this is Reese's Peanut Butter Cups stuffed with pieces. Jimmy bit into.
Uh-oh. I haven't hit any pieces yet, and I'm halfway
Yeah.
through.
What a crock. What a crock. So these were released in 2016, and they are 105 calories per cup. Okay, I tasted one piece.
I think that's all I've gotten. I would give these an A. They taste exactly like a regular Reese's peanut butter cup, but due to the fact that they lack Reese's Pieces.
Yeah.
So, taste-wise, excellent, but just the fact that you're thinking you're going to get like a mouthful of Reese's Pieces within your peanut butter cup.
Yeah, I only had 3.
I might have had 2 or 3 myself, but I didn't even taste them.
Yeah. Okay, moving on. We have the Reese's Big Cup, just the original. We have 3 different kinds up there, but we're going to do the original right now. And the Reese's Big Cup is twice as tall as a normal cup. To try to figure out the release date exactly, I couldn't. So I had to find reviews on Amazon, and the oldest review I saw from a Reese's Big Cup was in 2007.
Go ahead.
We're going to eat the whole thing.
Oh, goddamn.
So these were at least been around since 2007.
Yeah, this is a big... I could feel the weight in my hand.
Oh, yeah, these babies are like...
This is a meal.
These babies are 200 calories.
We're getting close to 1,000 here.
So the chocolate all around is pretty thin.
I'm just going to say straight up right now, this is an S. So far, just the standard Reese's peanut butter cups, big or small, are always the way to go. And that's so far.
Yeah, I would think so. All right, so we're moving on now to the Reese's Big Cup with Pieces. And these were released in 2016, 200 calories per cup.
I think I'm getting to the point to where it's just sampling.
All right, you want me to get a knife? We'll cut one in half.
Whatever you want, we could rip it in half. I don't care.
Well, if we rip it in half, it's going to break it apart in a million pieces. So let me get a knife right quick.
All right. Yeah, I'm starting to feel diabetic right now. I'm actually feeling like a little woozy, to be honest.
Like I said, these were released in 2016 alongside the original Reese's Cups with Pieces.
There you go.
So,
I'll give these an S.
yeah, these are pretty good. I like the crunch. I give these an S too. Okay, let's move on to the Crunchy Big Cup. This one was released in 2017.
Crunchy cookie big cup.
Yep, the Crunchy Cookie Big Cup. And this one, surprisingly, has 10 calories less than the others, with 190 calories per cup. You take the liberties, Jimmy. You could cut that in half, because...
We're dying.
Yeah, it was all for the podcast. Inside the peanut butter, there's these little brown chocolate bits that are the cookie. They look like little mice turds.
Yeah, I was going to say that. I don't know. Maybe for me it's just a little too crunchy.
Still good, though. I mean,
I'll give it an A. I just don't like the crunchiness, so.
I'm with you on that, so I'd say 8. Okay, next up we have the Dark Reese's Peanut Butter Cups Thins. These are practically new, released in 2019, and they are geared more towards people on a diet but still want to have that Reese's peanut butter taste. And so they come individually wrapped in this bag. That's how I got them. They seem smaller too. They're not as wide as the original. And one of these, rounding up, is 57 calories per cup. Okay, you take it out of the package. Ain't got the little wax paper on it. Oh, there's hardly any peanut butter in this. You're done with that already? Oh, yeah.
That's it.
Ugh.
I'm going to give that one a big, fat
F.
F.
No thanks, yeah.
What a waste.
Mm.
Oh.
All right, next up, we've got the world's largest peanut butter cups. And the earliest I could find of these being released anywhere was in 2009. So there's 2 8-ounce peanut butter cups, rounding it to 1 whole pound. And per cup is 1,120 calories.
Well, I'll take one and you take one.
All
Let's
right.
just smash it.
So here we are. We're going to open it up here.
Does it come with a tray and stuff too?
Yeah, hang on. Oh, man.
Jesus, you just want me to cut one up real quick?
These cups aren't in wax paper. They're in like little plastic trays. I ain't even going to touch this. I just opened it up just for people to see.
Let me cut it in half just so we can see the inside.
Yeah, do that. 1 serving of this is 1/16. So you cut one of those in eighths. doing my math right. I think I passed math class.
Okay, there's no reason for us to try this one, but look at that stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, look at that. Doesn't that make
That right there is the holy grail ribeye steak.
Yeah.
So, you just want to leave these on display, or do you want to get rid of them?
Yeah,
I can put it back in.
No, you can. Yeah.
There's no reason for us to try those. I'm going to give it an S just on principle.
Yeah, that's an S. That's S tier right there without even trying.
Yeah, because
And
we're already close to death, I
yeah,
feel.
I'm feeling my head rush already.
I feel it in my veins. Like, I don't know. I can't explain it, but
I just feel like I'm in some stupor right now, and
I've never eaten this much chocolate in my life at once.
I gotta take a deep breath. All right. So what we got next is Reese's dipped pretzels, and
those must be healthy.
Yeah,
They're
they
pretzels.
got to. Yeah. So yeah.
Maybe it'll make us feel better. Here, pass it over. Where's my knife?
You could go ahead and open it up. Here's your knife here, bud. So like I said, they were released in 2018, and there's 28 calories per pretzel.
Reach in there and get you some candy.
Yeah. I'll just grab one.
Same.
According to the package, they're bite-sized pretzels dipped in peanut butter candy and drizzled with milk chocolate. I don't taste any Reese's peanut butter.
Okay, so here's my thing. Product is good, but as far as the, signature Reese's peanut butter taste, it's just not present.
Yeah.
So for that alone, it's getting a B because it just tastes like a regular chocolate-covered pretzel to me.
It's still a good snack. Don't get me wrong, and you can still taste the little peanuttiest too. Peanuttiest, is that a word? That is a word now. It ain't up to par with the Reese's name, I don't think. Moving on, we've got the Hershey's chocolate bar with Reese's Pieces in it.
Okay. Let's see if they've upped their game. This one's fairly new, isn't it?
Yeah. Released in 2018, one bar is 220 calories.
Show the back of that bad boy. I'm looking at it right now. It looks like it's already stuffed.
Yeah, it looks like it has a... it looks like me after I got stung by a bunch of hornets.
Or me after I ate fish.
Yeah. So, yeah, this is a chocolate bar, and there's a ton of Reese's Pieces in it. So I'm just going to get one little piece here.
All I need is a square.
Yeah.
You could pass me one.
There you go. All right.
I already see these are oozing with pieces.
It looks like there's peanuts in here, too.
No, I don't think so. I think you're just seeing...
Oh, yeah. That's peanut.
Yeah?
Yeah. That's a peanut. You're right there. There's a piece of peanut.
You're right. Those are peanuts.
So these have peanuts and Reese's Pieces in them.
Okay. So I'm again going to go ahead and say, really just tastes like a Hershey bar.
Yeah.
A crunchy one.
I'm ready to take a big nap right about now.
I'm ready to take a walk. Can we walk around Smalltown USA without getting mugged?
Yeah, we could do that. Just be ready for people driving around in their trucks yelling.
So it's not like Ghetto Town USA, where I'm from?
Uh-uh.
Okay, so that one's going to be a C. Because if I wanted a crunchy Hershey bar, I'd just go get a Mr. Good bar.
Yeah,
So-
I agree with you on that. It's not bad, but it's nothing I'd want to buy again. Up next, we've got the Reese's Nutrageous. It's a candy bar with a peanut butter center, wrapped in peanuts and caramel, and then covered in milk chocolate.
Outrageous.
This one was released in 1994, and in 2014 it was rebranded the Nut Bar outside of the U.S. And there's 240 calories per bar, but I feel we're just going to break this into a piece each and try this.
See right there, the caramel just
Ugh.
gluing this thing together.
Ugh. Now, I remember as a kid getting a Nutrageous when it first came out, and I was really excited because I loved Reese's. So I thought, oh, this is another Reese's thing. And being very underwhelmed, which I feel right now about this. I'd say a Nutrageous is a solid B.
That's generous. And it just doesn't blow me away, so just a C.
Okay.
That's all.
All right.
I'm not trying to be too harsh here.
I feel you. I feel you.
So what's next?
We got the Reese's Outrageous.
I'll let you grab that one. I think it's right over there.
Oh, that's a fast break. What else do we got here? There we are.
Oh, it was on my side.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, good going. All
maybe
right.
I just didn't want to get up.
I think so. So the Reese's Outrageous, It's the same as a Nutrageous, only with Reese's Pieces instead of nuts.
Okay.
So it's a peanut butter center wrapped in caramel and Reese's Pieces and coated in milk chocolate. This was released in 2018, and there are 130 calories per serving.
Okay.
And there's 3 servings in that because that's a king size.
Oh, buddy.
God.
I'm going to try not to make a mess here.
Yeah.
I'm
It
trying.
looks like hair.
It's literally like a hot glue gun.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. I think I got it intact here. See, I mean, come on. Come on, guys. Let's get it together here. I'll give it a B because it tastes a little more Reese's.
It's better than a Nutrageous.
Yeah.
So they did good on that one. So B for me, too.
Yeah, I can't really describe it much except what you just said.
It's just a lot of
perfectly
sugar.
explained, yeah.
Yeah. Next up, we've got the Reese's Take 5. The Take 5 bar has been out since 2004, but this version with Reese's peanut butter was released in summer 2019. These come in pieces.
I think it's 2 to 3. Now we have pretzel, caramel, peanut butter,
Oh, yeah.
chocolate. They're supposed to have peanuts in them, which they might. I don't think I have any.
I think the appeal to this is the pretzel in it more than anything else.
Yeah. I'm not really getting the peanut butter, but I'm definitely getting the pretzel and the crunch.
Yeah.
It's okay. I wouldn't say it's better than the original Take 5.
Yeah, but the Reese's peanut butter is a nice little touch, even though there's hardly any with it. It's B tier.
Yeah, B tier.
All right, next up, we've got the Reese's Crispy Crunchy. This one was really hard to find. I searched high and low to find one of these. So inside the Reese's Crispy Crunchy is a crispy peanut butter candy. It's like the inside of a Butterfinger with Reese's peanut butter, and then it's coated in peanuts and milk chocolate. This was released in 2006, and it's 140 calories per piece. And since that's a king size, Jimmy is cutting up and portioning out. That's 3 pieces.
This one's sloppy. It's just falling apart.
It seems like the peanut butter crispiness on the inside is a lot less dense. It's more airy than the Butterfinger. Butterfinger's really solid, but I'll see after I taste this.
Yeah, you're right about that. I wouldn't buy this again.
Yeah, this one kind of tastes like crap. It's leaving a very bad taste in my mouth afterwards.
D for me.
Yeah, D, definitely.
It wasn't like awful. It was just like, ugh.
Yeah.
Don't buy that one.
It's like falling in the mud or something.
You got any tongue scrapers?
That's what that's what I'd compare this to, falling in the mud with your mouth open.
I compare it walking in wet sand.
Yeah. Next up, we have the Reese's Sticks.
Those came out a little like before all this other BS, right?
Yeah, let's see,
They look like
you could have one.
They look
Here.
like glorified little Debbie. What do they call those?
Yeah, peanut wafers or whatever.
Yeah.
Nutty bars. That's what.
Nutty bar,
Nutty
yeah.
bars.
Smell
Okay.
like it too.
So the Reese's Sticks are 3 wafer sticks with Reese's peanut butter in between, and it's coated with milk chocolate. These were released in 1998. 110 calories per stick.
Not bad.
These taste better than Nutty bars, though. I'll tell you that much.
Oh yeah, I mean nutty bars are what $1.19 at your local Wonder Bread.
Yeah, they're garbage.
Say a B. It doesn't blow me away, but they're good.
Every once in a while, I find myself hankering for a Reese's stick. I don't mind them. So I'd give them an A, actually.
I think I'm definitely. I don't know what kind of diet I should go on after this, at least for the next week, minimal or max or whatever, but something needs to happen after this.
You need to take a good long look in the mirror and question, what is life?
What is life?
I can tell you what is life is a Reese's Fast Break.
Those are life. That's my personal go-to, so I'm going to be really biased, and I'm already going to tell you this is an S tier for me because it's my favorite candy bar.
Yeah. Yeah, the Fast Break is peanut butter filling with a layer of nougat underneath and then coated in milk chocolate. Very simple. 3 ingredients. In Canada, the Reese's Fast Break is called the Hershey Sidekick. And for them, it's unfortunately discontinued in Canada. This was released in 2001, and there's 150 calories per serving.
There you go.
Fast Break.
Soft, smooth.
Oh, yeah, babe.
I just like the texture of them too. It just really makes my mouth feel good.
Yeah, it's like a massage in your mouth. It's like Reese's peanut butter is just kneading your back, but it's in your mouth, and it's like, yeah, okay. Yeah, it's S tier.
Absolutely. It's got the peanut butter, perfect. Chocolate, perfect. Everything, perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely S tier. Next up, we got Reese's Pieces. They're circular pebbles of harder peanut butter than regular Reese's peanut butter in the cups. And they're covered in a candy shell. They look like M&Ms. And they were released in 1977.
And also featured in a movie.
That's right.
What was that movie?
That's right, Jimmy. Well, Reese's Pieces, they were featured in a
E.T.
E.T. And fun little thing about that, the director of E.T., Steven Spielberg, he actually wanted to use M&Ms, but Mars, the people who make M&Ms, turned it down the offer. And so Hershey spoke up and said, hey, we got some Reese's Pieces. You want to use that? And boom, Reese's Pieces became very, very popular after E.T.
As they should. And a little sidebar here, this water is S tier. This particular brand of water is also my favorite. So DJ here knows what's up.
Ice Mountain, baby.
He's got the best water. Thank God you're not like one of those weird... Yeah, Ice Mountain. That's it right there.
There's only three colors of the Reese's Pieces. You have brown, orange, and yellow.
And they all taste the same. Don't even start.
Yeah, here we go. There's 150 calories per 38 pieces. Okay. So you could eat a bunch of those and still feel pretty okay.
Yeah, they're light.
Yeah.
So I'll go ahead with the S tier.
Yeah, they're pretty. They're better than I remember. So I wouldn't go S. I'd go A. Mm-hmm. And another little fun fact I did write down here. Sure. They're originally called PBs, but they're like, nah.
Yeah. You know, the best Reese's Pieces that you can find, in my personal opinion and experience, are the ones that you find in those crappy little 25-cent machines. The ones where you put the 25 cents, turn the knob, and the candy comes out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? For some reason, those just hit the spot a little different. They're good.
I usually just get the little chiclet square gums out of those machines.
Yeah, for sure.
There we go. So we're down to the last one here. It is the Reese's Easter eggs. And, they come in a nice little spring yellow packaging with some flowers. You want to
save one? Or
yeah, I guess so.
You
can cut that one in half, yeah. Might as well.
This might be the nail in the coffin, so we might
This
as well.
is it, yeah. This is the final victory lap of Reese's for today.
Final boss.
The final boss. So
we didn't even mess with the final boss's boss.
No. I had to
That's
pause.
the district manager right there, buddy.
I have to plug in my game genie to beat that.
Shit. Now let me tell you something, brothers and sisters.
Show
the
that
eggs,
to the camera.
The pumpkins. What else we got? The Christmas trees.
Trees, yeah.
Everybody knows that those are all the shit because they pack the most peanut butter. That's what I'm talking about. That right there is the creme de la creme.
It's just nothing but a block of peanut butter with a very thin, going all around piece of chocolate.
Okay.
Yes, that is moist.
It's very moist.
The peanut butter is almost wet, man.
The chocolate is just, as I hold this, it's just like dissolving into the peanut butter.
If there was something higher than an S tier, that would be it. That's where the Easter eggs are. S tier, undeniably.
S tier, yeah.
Yeah.
Couldn't agree more.
They were first test marketed in Pennsylvania in 1966 and then released nationwide in 1967. So these are old. These are one of the oldest side Reese's products than the peanut butter cups. So I'm stuttering all this chocolate. I'm gonna die.
Me too.
So Jimmy, did you have fun today?
I had fun. There's a few things I'm taking away from this. Mm-hmm. It's either gonna be a nap, a walk, and that's immediate, or a puke. Long-term effects of this, we're not sure. But I think I'm going on like a liquid vegetable diet for like a week. What about you?
I'm gonna sleep like a baby tonight.
You gonna take care of yourself tomorrow, or is it just another day in the life of DJ Glowing Ice?
No, I'll probably just have some eggs tomorrow.
Triple cheeseburgers and eggs.
No, just eggs tomorrow.
You got a vein popping out of your forehead right now. I don't know if that's related or not.
You look pale and you're sweating.
God. I'm not even worried about it right now because it's bedtime anyway, so.
You want a cup of coffee or something?
No, because if I put even a drop of sugary creamer in there, that's going to be literally the death of me. So I think I'm going to stick with water.
Anyways, thanks guys for watching this edition of Activity Time. Thanks for listening. This was a good idea, bad idea, I don't know, but it was one hell of an experience. Jimmy, don't die, not yet.
Oh, fuck.
Okay, so before I pass out from eating too much Reese's peanut butter cups, let's get into some fun facts. Do you like fun facts? Yeah, I like fun facts, yeah. So Milton Hershey, the founder of the Hershey's Chocolate Company, he was known to keep a stash of Reese's peanut butter cups in his desk and munch on them and gnaw on them. May 18th is the official I Love Reese's Day, and it became official after 40,000 fans joined a page on Facebook asking for Reese's to have its own special day. So that's May 18th. Mark it on your calendars, folks. Reese's peanut butter cups are one of the most popular candies sold during the Halloween season, and it's right behind candy corn, which is total garbage, throw that away, and Snickers. For the release of the Batman movie The Dark Knight in 2008, Reese's came out with a limited edition cup in the shape of the Batman logo. Reese's peanut butter cups are the #1 seller in America and are a huge sensation in Japan, but it's only just in the past decade that they've been more widespread and available in the UK and only found in specialty stores in Australia. So alright, all you bodybuilders out there, check this out. Reese's peanut butter cups are a good source of protein. So a regular serving is 5 grams. So skip the almonds or the grilled chicken and just eat Reese's peanut butter cups instead, huh? The world's largest peanut butter cup was made in 2016 by Chantel Gorham from the Northwest Fudge Factory in Levack, Ontario. It took one afternoon to make, as it was 17,768 times larger than a regular peanut butter cup, and it weighed 600 pounds and was roughly 80 inches in diameter. With the other candies that I haven't mentioned in this episode yet, such as the discontinued Reese's Whips candy bar and the XL and the giant chocolate bars filled with Reese's peanut butter, there are also other products with the Reese's name on it that spans all across the grocery store, such as the Reese's Puffs cereal that was released in 1994. And if you remember like I do as a kid watching the commercials, you'll know it's Reese's for breakfast? Wow, crazy! Okay. There's also Reese's peanut butter cookie dough, Reese's coffee creamer, Reese's Oreo cookies, Reese's Chips Ahoy cookies, Reese's spreads that are similar to Nutella, Reese's no-bake dessert bars, and a less fattening version of Reese's peanut butter in jars to use on your PB&J sandwiches. And so much more, but yeah, you get the idea. Boom, boom, boom. Alright guys, those are your Reese's fun facts. So as this episode of Industrial Industries World Radio comes to a close, I hope you guys have a better understanding about Reese's and you enjoyed this real deep dive into Reese's and you know everything that you ever needed to know about Reese's Peanut Butter Cups and figured out what to choose when you go to the store and you see something. Oh, just refer back to this episode. Was it in an F tier or was it in the S tier? And I think we could all come to a consensus that the original Reese's Peanut Butter Cups are the best. Whether it's the regular size or the big cups or just the miniatures, it's a safe bet that you're in for a good time. I want to thank Jimmy for being on the show and putting himself through a good time, bad time, a sugar coma, what have you. He was looking pretty bad, and I was feeling a little rough too towards the end there. And I'm glad he came along. Thanks for being a trooper, Jimmy. You will not be forgotten. I also want to thank Kimmy Pops for voiceover work and Giuliano for graphic design. And I also want to thank you for listening. Because I really do enjoy researching all this stuff, and it's really fun for me to do, and I hope it's fun for you guys to listen to and learn a little bit. And if you have any suggestions, questions, complaints, concerns, you could always reach me at industrialindustriesworldradio@gmail.com. And you can check out the Facebook page, give it a like. You can check out the YouTube channel. Just search Industrial Industries World Radio on YouTube. Check out all the videos there and so much more. Once again, guys, thanks for listening. I am your host, DJ Glowing Ice, and this was episode 16 of Industrial Industries World Radio. Sweet 16! And I will see you next week for another fun-filled adventure here. Until then, have a great rest of your day, great rest of your week, and I will see you next week. All right, guys. Peace out.
See you next time on Industrial Industries World Radio.